You see Badger playing that toy actor thing. So I'm like, oh, another fucking video's coming soon, I guess.
Is there a problem with Badger? Oh.
No.
Sound like you're lamenting that another video is coming soon.
I don't. There's video like for that game. It's just like how much can you really keep getting out of it?
Yeah, I think I played it twice, and I was like,
he already has 2 or 3.
I'm good.
He has like 2 or 3 videos on it already in the last like 2 months, and I'm like, damn. Like, I mean, if you're having fun, play what you want. But it's like, I don't know how many.
Yeah, it looks like a super
guess.
fun game, but then I just get burned out on it real fast.
Well, stop lighting it on fire, Chris.
Well, I mean, I gotta add some spice to it somehow. Okay.
He's sitting there watching his computer be on fire, like, oh, this is so much fun.
Man, that extra RAM really makes that fire pop.
Like, bang! Oh, there it goes.
all right.
Hey, can somebody ask me for a CFAC?
Hey, can I get one of them C
No,
facts?
go to hell.
Damn it!
Could I get one of those siege facts?
Yes, of course. Today's
Son of a
Today's
bitch.
C word is cabbage. Cabbage. Facts about cabbage. Carnies smell like it. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Cabbage has ancient roots. They've been cultivated for longer than almost any other vegetable on record. More than 6,000 years. Cabbage was known as an elixir for baldness. In ancient China, scrolls touted
doesn't work.
cabbage as a magic cure-all for bald men.
What was that, Chris?
No, he can't.
I heard you mutter something. I just didn't know what it was.
work.
That's funny.
That's good.
You're obviously not eating enough cabbage.
Man, Chris
That's
is starting
it.
off hot tonight.
It's all downhill.
Perhaps the best fact about cabbage is it is a cancer deterrent.
Yeah, take that cancer.
Eating
Cancer.
cruciferous veggies like cabbage has been scientifically proven to lower your risk of developing cancer. So,
Oh, I'm gonna get cancer so often.
yeah, because you only eat pizza.
So often. He's collecting
Yeah.
them.
Another year. It's a time for my yearly fight with
just,
cancer. You know, it's like the flu comes.
Just put some cabbage on whatever you're eating now, Kevin. No cancer.
I will. Dude, I hate cabbage.
How about,
Why?
Like,
damn, that was
Yeah,
aggressive.
really. What's the
It
story
is
behind
the
that?
Cabbage killed my father.
isn't cabbage used to make sauerkraut, or am I crazy?
Yes.
My grandma, when I used to live with my grandma, would make that like once a month, and it made the whole house smell like
I
that
hate
shit.
sauerkraut.
It was disgusting.
Yeah,
Sauerkraut's good
So
with certain
disgusting.
things.
of course you do.
We have both ends of the spectrum, so it's fine.
Don't they use it in coleslaw too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
No, coleslaw. That's what she made, not sauerkraut.
I love
Coleslaw.
coleslaw.
Sauerkraut's not even that bad.
KFC
I hate
coleslaw is the
No,
best.
wait. No, I can't remember. I don't know. It's been
Was it
like
hot or
10
cold?
It's so
Kev?
dramatic.
Wait a
It's been like
second,
10
it was
years.
fried
I
chicken
didn't
that she
eat it.
always made.
How
Wait
do
a
you
minute, I
confuse
lived at a
those
KFC.
I don't remember. It was one of those like it used cabbage and it was disgusting and I hated it.
Cabbage isn't that bad.
It smells so bad when it's being made.
Guess how bad you smelled when you were being made.
So bad.
Holy hell.
Hey, so last week, recap time.
Yeah, it's recap
I'll
time.
start. I know we. Hey, Chris, what was that guy's name? The other undead's name? Did
I
he
don't know
figure
that
that
he's,
out?
I don't think he said it.
Okay, well, I'm going to call him Chuck. So we used Malachar to try to lure Chuck out of his room. Did not work. So we
work, yeah.
so we just said, So Razel said, "Screw it," and chucked a grenade in there.
But before I did that, he heard me fumbling
he
around.
didn't hear him fumble around with the grenade because Razel has his dumb big lizard hands,
And I have a +0 to stealth.
and he has a +0 to stealth.
+1. +1.
I'm sorry, +1. So, we got into combat. We defeated him,
I had a crit.
and you had a crit. So Kevin, how about
No, I didn't. It was Malachar. Malachar had a crit.
someone had a crit? We beat it. Kevin, what was that? What happened after that?
Rats did some computer stuff.
Yeah. Any specifics? Do you remember?
No.
No.
Kevin one-shotted a guy.
Oh yeah,
What's
the coup de
the-
grace
Kind
on
of.
the.
Yeah.
Did do that, yes,
I did do that.
but I don't know where that guy was.
In the computer room.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one had said that.
Oh.
So you just kind of jumped to like, oh, this guy died.
Rats.
I don't know where that
Rats
was.
hacked into zombie brains,
Yeah, we'll put it to zombie brains.
which was really gross, and got some bonuses.
Yeah.
And then we hacked into the security terminal.
What was the DC, Chris?
You're gonna
Yeah.
hate this.
Oh,
what
God.
what did you roll last time? 52.
Oh,
56.
that was what we missed.
No, it was
on.
higher than 52.
I think you rolled like a 52 the first time.
Yeah, first time he did.
It was
and we
DC
failed.
53.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh my god.
That was on a
That's
natural
high.
20 too, so
Yeah.
there was no way without
The key
without
cards.
additional key cards.
Yeah, it's a pretty high tier
Additional
computer.
pylons.
So
That's so rude, Chris.
Dude, imagine like a party who doesn't have someone like spec'd out in computers and engineering.
Yeah, like take you. Maybe you have an envoy, a mystic, a witch warper, and a soldier.
Yeah,
Like
good
how
luck.
you're never gonna get through that.
yeah.
Never.
But I mean, you kind of should figure out by book 6. There's been a lot of computer and engineering checks as well.
Yeah, true.
Like, you should
Yeah.
really be like-
someone should be learning how to use a computer at
Call
some
the Geek
point.
Squad.
Like it should.
I mean, that's all you got left.
What's the bonus if I call Geek Squad?
Hey, Des, what do you remember from last episode?
Kevin killed a guy.
Pretty sure we already said
I mean, that's a
that.
pretty safe bet every week.
No, she said she did.
I did say
okay.
that.
earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure everybody got something. Okay.
I mean, I screwed up the recap because I didn't say what room we were in first, but
You.
I did say something.
Monster.
But I don't know if someone else wants to take over. Last week's events caused something to happen with our party.
We're all sad.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, one of us died. No, I did level up, so I'm now level 11. So that is.
Let's hear about that,
That was
level
fun.
up.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's mostly the same as Razel's. Got a gear boost and a feat.
And Soldier's Onslaught.
And soldier.
Shoulders onslaught.
Soldier's onslaught.
I gave you my stutter.
Yeah, you bastard.
It's a class feature.
So yeah, I just take 3 attacks at -6. So I can't remember if it's the gear boost or the feat I took.
The feat you took was like,
Versatile
super-
focus
yeah.
was the feat I took.
which is just
A +1 to
so. In order to
Basically-
take versatile focus, you have to take weapon focus.
which I already have.
Yeah, weapon focus is you get a +1 to one type of weapon, and then versatile focus means you get a +1 to all weapons you are proficient with, which for soldiers
It's basically
it's every
everything.
weapon. So he's proficient in every weapon, or he has a +1 to every weapon
Nice.
that he has.
So we have
Yep.
2 magic users and 2 tanks, basically. Like literal tanks
Yeah.
rolling
Yeah.
around behind us.
Basically.
yeah.
So for my gear boost, I took Springing Shot, which is when you use Shoot on the Run, you can select 2 targets to attack during your movement instead of 1.
Oh.
Both attacks take a -4 penalty. All restrictions of Shoot on the Run apply to both targets, and your movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity from either target. You can't target the same creature twice with this ability, so basically I can run in and shoot twice at a -4
That's pretty cool.
at 2 separate targets.
Does it have to be 2 separate targets? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is
It's specific.
this is basically replacing a full attack action, but you get to move while you're doing it.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really cool. So that doesn't stack
Yeah.
with the penalty for full attacking. It's just
That's just both attacks take a -4 penalty.
That's a really cool feat.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin about it. And I'm like, I really don't know which gear boost to take, and I saw that one. I was like, oh, 100%. Like, how can I not take that?
Yeah.
For your build, definitely with your shooting on the run.
Yeah, it's Chris.
thing.
It keeps you mobile too, so you're not just sitting in one spot.
Yeah, Chris. The last line is you can't target the same creature twice
Okay.
with this ability.
I'm
That's
good,
super
but I don't want to be too
so,
good.
Hope we come across. Well, I mean, as of recently, we've only been coming across like 1v1s or 1v4s. So
Yeah.
well, now 5.
But you just imagine, like, if I get a really high initiative, like, oh, I'm going to shoot in the run. I'm going to run in, move 30 feet, shoot twice, and then
Stab them and then run
I
away.
can stab them and then run away, withdraw, and
That's
shoot
amazing.
again. So
That'd be cool. That
I have built the worst pest character of all time.
I keep thinking of the Brave Sir Robin song every time you talk about your character. It's just you running away.
It's like I imagine, like I'd imagine at this point, like rats have that like on a fucking like a macro that every time you see Sev run away, he hits it, and over like the comms, it just starts to play.
I want to make that happen. Can we get the rights to that?
Good luck.
So one more thing that we got to touch on is a rules clarification we all discovered thanks to Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
I had Chris mention it in the outro for the last episode.
Oh, did you?
Oh, we
Yeah.
can still.
Unless you want to go over it yourself, since it's your bad rule.
It's not. It's not mine.
Jeez. Okay.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Not my bad rule. Okay, well, just to
It's Paizo's bad
just
rule.
to touch on it, even though it's already been mentioned, so as a listener, you probably don't give a shit about this, but
Or if you skip the outro.
or if you skip the outro, and that means you're a bad person, and you should feel bad about yourself. Undead creatures have the universal creature rule. Is that
Sounds
what they're
good.
called?
Yeah. I think
Universal creature rule, unliving,
Yeah.
which basically states that when it's dropped to 0 hit points, it is destroyed, which means that there's no corpse to leave behind that I could animate. But given the fact that we already did this and it has existed for an episode and has been part of a combat, we're just going to kind of roll with the fact that I have a undead that I shouldn't have.
I guess we could. And we had her touch the console to give us a +2. Okay, yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could like say that there was because that guy was messing with cultists in that one room. We could have said there was a cultist body in there, but
It's just there's so many rules. Sometimes you miss them, and we've had it for an
Yeah.
episode. It's made an impact on the universe already, so we're just gonna stick with it, and we know better for next time. So
she was clinging to her her real her
Humanity?
her humanity. There we go. Thank you. So her body stayed just for a second long enough for him to animate.
Nice. I like imagining it starts to get destroyed, and then Raz is just like, "Oh no, you don't."
No, you don't.
So all of that transpired, and Rats was able to hack into this computer after you collected a couple of these security keys and got a little insight into how the systems work from the sensor room. And you hack into this thing, and now you're into this computer system. What are you looking for? What is everybody trying to figure out about this place, about what you're doing?
Oh boy, I would really love.
That's the question.
How about some blueprints? Do we just have a map we could kind of look at, figure out where we're going, what we're doing, where we're heading?
Yeah, you're searching through the systems, and you come up across a schematic of the ship. So, kind of like what you can learn about the ship, this thing, the Empire of Bones, is known as an Ultranaut. It's a massive warship that is larger than battleships, carriers, and even dreadnoughts. This particular one is the flagship, or it's one of the flagships of the Corpse Fleet. And obviously,
They got more.
what's that?
They got more
That's
of
what
these.
you deduce from this information.
Oh God.
Obviously has their own fleet. And then I can pull up some of the information for you as well. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. Yeah, so here I've got like a stat block for you. Actually, I got a cross section of the ship that I'll punch up for you.
Oh, cool.
This
That's
thing
very convenient.
is absolutely massive. Now, you kind of got the you are here on this, and you are down in this section that is marked 18. So down towards the bottom.
Okay.
And
We're trying to get to the top.
3, I think.
3 is the command and control deck.
Oh, yeah.
So I believe one of the things that Rats deduced earlier from the computer system is that the zombies were taking their instructions from the control deck.
Okay.
So, just a theory. Could we then, if we somehow got to 3, make this, like, could they just make the engine blow up and we could just take this ship out?
We don't want to blow it up. We want it to go careening towards the...
Right. We can have it go there and then blow up.
I mean, cause and effect.
Wow. I mean, like, I knew from the description that this ship was huge, but, like, this is so big.
Massive.
Like,
Yeah, when you're done
checking...
when you're done checking, discussing this, I do actually have the stat block that I can pull up for you, so you can see like the weapons that are on this thing as well
Jesus.
too.
Look at the bottom of the picture. The fucking scale is 2 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah. He said it was 6 miles
6
long.
miles
I think.
long. Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
It kind of looks like
Looks
one
like
of those
it's
like
priceless.
tropical fish. From this
Very
angle.
bony
Yeah,
one.
a dead one, but yeah.
I never said a
look up
living.
a lionfish would probably be the most accurate kind of fish
Yeah.
you could try to equate it to.
Oh my gosh, this is ginormous. This is gonna take us forever to get through this ship.
So
Yeah.
look,
Well, I imagine we're not going to stop at
let me
every
draw your
level.
attention since that seems to be the question about how to get to the command station. You're looking over the schematic, and you see that you literally can go hundreds of different directions to get to any place on the ship that you want. However, the fastest and likely safest route seems to be this grav train tunnel. If you look just to the right of the section that you're in, you see there's a 13 at an intersection. This is the main tunnel for the grav train system. It runs fore to aft and it runs dorsal to ventral. It also, from this cross section, like as you're moving along, if you get to any particular section in the ship, you can also branch left and right. It goes all different directions. I mean, this is basically like a fast turbo lift to get anywhere on the ship.
It's like the Wonka Vader.
Yeah, and as you like, if you're pulling up information about this and like checking these out, not just from a schematic, but seeing what these things look like, you see that every wall, like the floor, there's 2 sets of tracks, and then on the wall there's 2 sets of tracks. On the ceiling there's 2 sets of tracks. There's tracks everywhere in these tunnels. They all seem to have like their own local gravity so that they can stay in the cars as they're moving along.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our main plan is to get to the control deck and try and ram this ship into the weapon. And it appears that through the information that I've gleaned as rats, I can we basically have a straight shot to the control deck.
Yeah, just take the lift straight up to...
Yeah, I can't be that easy, though. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm a little...
I would imagine like we're on one of these cars and then behind us a bunch of like the bone troopers on it. We turn around and be like
It's like Temple of Doom
Yeah.
with the mine
Yeah,
carts,
exactly.
but we're in a...
yeah, the mine carts.
Oh, man. This, yeah.
Raquel she's not trying to lean over Ratz's shoulder, but she comes over and she's like, is there like any way to see how many people are on this ship? Because we've come across a lot already, and I'm not looking forward to running into too many more.
Oh, Raquel, is there any way that you could maybe like pop up mint or something? You're really
What?
close to my face and you're breathing
Oh.
basically into my mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. She casts token spell on her breath. Could she do that? Repression it?
Aren't you not to break the immersion? Aren't you in a life bubble?
Yeah, wouldn't life?
Yeah, but if
take care
she's
of that?
saying she's as close to me as she just did, then our
She's inside of
our
your
life
bubble.
bubbles are touching.
She's kissing you.
Yeah.
Talking you straight into your
Yeah.
mouth.
COVID. COVID.
So Raquel wants to kind of get an idea of like how many people are on the ship.
Yeah, like,
Didn't we look that up?
I don't know.
I thought we looked that up.
Well, we looked up, like, I think it can hold up to a
Yeah.
certain amount of people. I don't think it told
Yeah,
us.
'cause
like,
we don't-
what's
right.
on
It was
the
like-
ship specifically.
We don't know how
It was
many
like-
are.
300 to 600 people.
It's a lot.
We don't know how many are outside of the ship currently fighting the weapons.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And
We've
each-
already seen one person come back.
And each minute we sit here, those defenses, they're getting taken out as well.
Yeah, it's
So-
true.
Yeah, so I mean, just looking at the stat block here, and this doesn't necessarily even account for everybody that's on the ship, but there's like probably, I'm estimating here, over like 1,500 to 2,000 people that are potentially on the ship, and that's not necessarily including gunners and, soldiers and stuff like that.
Oh, right, because 300 to 600 was the step below the size of the
Yeah,
ship.
it's massive. I don't know if I have. I can find it eventually, but I don't want to waste too much time looking for it now. We can kind of post-it note that later. But yeah, there's just this massive, massive ship. It's 6 miles long. There's all these. I mean, this thing's made to basically go out into deep space on its own and just conquer and annihilate. But to answer. Raquel had a question about the size of the crew, so there's that. But as you're looking through, you also kind of get a list of the people in charge of the ship. So obviously, Admiral
That's
Admiral
important.
Severox. Kenneth announced who that was a few times.
Kenneth.
Excuse me.
Wait, you're saying Kenneth wasn't in charge?
No,
Charles.
yeah, unfortunately, no. He's aspiring to be, but I think he's going to find a future in HR. So.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So there's Admiral Severox, and there's kind of a little bit of a description about him, which I can get to if you would like some more detail. There's also
Yes.
Captain Gerd Nishal,
Grr.
What a
who
name.
you're finding in the notes was actually Commander Malakar's direct superior. So Malakar is a commander on board this ship. So there's enough detail here that you would be able to attempt checks to kind of identify what kind of creatures they are. So should you like to do that, I can tell you what the appropriate checks are.
I would love to do that, Chris.
Okay. I believe it's going to be a mysticism as it is with undead. And let me just go ahead and find their stat blocks while you...
What about profession soldier?
No proficient.
Yeah, not so much.
Maybe
Apologies,
if we were
apologies.
fighting a swarm burn ship, you would be able to use your profession soldier. So I'm pulling up like images of like commanding officers, and I'm like, Raquel, what can you make of these guys? Any information we can get before dealing with them could be big help.
She leans in and tries to kind of cover her mouth a little bit because now she's self-conscious. Are you trying to like get an aid? Is that what it was? Or do you want me to actually do the roll?
I was gonna let you roll too in
Okay.
case I missed it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
As for myself, I got a 34 mysticism
What's your bonus?
plus 19.
Okay, mine is 2, and I got the same thing. 34.
34.
You rolled a 15?
Well, you automatically aid. I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Our bonuses
Oh,
are
you're
so
taking
high
as well.
that it's kind of like, I think it's the law of averages or whatever is better if we each roll
We both roll.
Yeah, individually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so who are you rolling on then first, the Admiral or the Captain?
Yeah, I'm going for the Admiral.
Okay, so with the Admiral, let's see, that is Okay, so that's enough to give you a little bit of a description, and you can kind of assess like one ability. So you know that he is, or they rather, are an Elibrian necrovite. So undead, and then you can kind of, you know, if you want to know like a certain ability about him, what do you think would be most useful? I can tell you.
I guess.
Oh no.
I guess the special ability would be most helpful, like some kind of gaze effect or like aura.
Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and say from necrovite, you know that he's going to be a spellcaster, and so like a gaze or an aura or a special ability. Let me see.
Probably like has like some class ranks too.
Yeah, he doesn't. Let's see, like a gaze or any
No special.
no special abilities per
Something-
se.
Nothing like what the Nihili had.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know. We
And
just have
Does he look cool?
magic weird
You get like a
spells.
little black and white picture of him.
yes, but I don't have it handy at the moment. Oh no,
Well,
I do.
just draw
I do.
one real quick.
But I'll go ahead and give Raquel an opportunity to pick another piece of information since you also exceeded the check.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what would
Oh.
Raquel like to know?
Weaknesses? Is that a thing that I would be able to know?
Yeah, you rolled high enough that you could pick
Like, is he
something.
vulnerable to anything?
Anything that he is. Oh, you know what? I messed up, so I will go ahead and give you this additional one, Rats. I did find it. He does have an aura. It's fatigue. If you get too close to him,
that
you'll
sounds-
be fatigued.
That's no good for Razel. He needs to get up and close and personal.
Well, you got a
I'm
cannon.
assuming it's a will save. Fortitude save?
I'm not sure what kind of save it is here. I just have the DC, but I'm not telling that one.
I bet it's like 20.
I demand it.
Weaknesses for this guy. Make sure I don't overlook it, because then I'll have to give you a bonus stuff. I'm not seeing any weaknesses for this guy.
Oh no.
Oh, of course not.
Weakness is cake.
It is a fortitude save.
Hey, quit looking it up.
No, fatigue
Oh, okay.
is a fortitude save. The spell fatigue. I don't know if it functions as the spell, but I assume it functions.
Functions as your butt.
Ha ha! Take that, me.
No. Known. Weaknesses. I'm leaving myself a note for future episodes. I'm finally a note taker, guys.
Nice.
You did it.
I'm proud of you. Only took you 130 episodes.
All right.
How about the captain?
The captain. Roll for the old captain.
Now, this captain was named Gerd Nishal.
Gerd Nishal.
Okay. Gerd.
I love
I
it.
don't know. I pull up the next one, and I'm like, Gerd. Ugh. Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby.
That's what you get on this one.
Not as well. I got a 23.
That's really bad.
23. you
Yeah.
said.
I got a 36. I rolled a 17 this time.
Ooh, rolling a 17. All right. So, yeah, Raquel, not getting anything on this one. However,
I get so caught up in the name Gerd. I'm like, is that like Gertrude? Like, so strange.
It says it's shirt for Gerdinan. I don't. Ugh. It's worse.
what did you say that you got total, Rats?
37.
Okay, so that's good enough to get actually
Oh,
two
wait.
pieces.
Did I say 36? I might have said 36.
You did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You
I
did
just wasn't sure.
33,
Okay.
36.
So you know, Captain Gerd Nishal is a morgue. MOHRG. So kind of give you a little description of that.
I don't like that.
Right? Sounds pretty bad.
Okay, where is it at here? Okay. A morgue is a horrific undead that appears to be an ambulatory skeleton with writhing, rotting, massive intestines held within its rib cage. A tendril of these intestines winds up into the morgue's mouth with a clawed tongue at the end.
Ugh. So it's a skeleton and a Cthulhu monster mixed together.
Yeah.
Great. I can't wait.
So
This is the captain.
yeah, that's the captain. And it specifically lists that he used to be a Vesk in life, but now he is this morgue. So you can get a couple of additional information, pieces of information on him as well if you'd like.
I mean, I'll go with special ability
Okay,
for the first one.
special abilities. Yeah, so no like listed like special abilities per se, but under offensive abilities, he has paralyzing touch. So if he is able to make a melee attack against you, a chance that you will be paralyzed.
Man, this is a giant middle finger to Razel.
Yeah, what the hell?
And then I can give you one more piece of information.
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll stay on theme. Any weaknesses?
Don't see any weaknesses.
Oh, of
no.
course. They would promote all the people without weaknesses.
No.
Jerks.
So I'm uploading right now a picture of Captain Gerd Nishal. I'm also uploading an image of the Admiral. So here's a close-up
Oh, my god.
of Captain Gerd Nishal.
Whoa, he's crazy looking.
Wow, that's terrifying.
I don't want any of that.
How did...
Yeah, we don't have to kill them. It's fine. We'll leave them.
All
go.
right, so let's get some descriptors in there for our listeners.
He's got some like purple, like tentacle thing going all around from his like midsection out of his mouth.
Yeah,
It's like his
Well,
intestines.
first, yeah, he's totally that's
He's
totally
totally
a
a
Vesk. Clearly a Vesk skeleton.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
But
similar.
the intestines are all visible, and he has this weird tentacle
Like robot hand.
intestine with a clawed hand coming out of his mouth.
He's got similar clothing to what Malachar had with like a blue. It almost looks like a police
Yeah.
officer's outfit, but with like a
He's got a
trench coat,
popped collar.
almost. Yeah,
He's from the
Pop
80s.
collar.
He's super
He's
hip.
got the military tassels on his shoulders.
Yep.
I mean, if we didn't know he was a bad guy, like, this would be really cool to, like, cosplay. This thing looks badass, but I don't want to come in contact with him.
You can still cosplay as that.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
just gotta open up your stomach
gotta cut
and
your
make sure all your
stomach
tests are showing.
Make sure your ribs are showing as well.
That tentacle
Yeah.
thing is very juicy.
It is.
Yeah, it is very just wet.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess we're gonna stick with ranged.
I don't like that one. So why don't you give me the other picture, Chris?
All right, here I just got it uploaded. So here we go.
Oh,
And
This
Enhance.
is Admiral
Enhance.
Okay,
Enhanced.
the Librian. Yeah.
Severox.
He-Man.
He's definitely.
I'll get you, He-Man.
Skeletor.
Kind
He looks
Yeah.
like he looks like he has a shit-eating grin on his face.
He really does.
of mixed with
He
the...
kind of looks like he's got Lex Luthor armor on.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, with like an alien from Alien
Yeah, it
staff,
does look like a Xenomorph.
So he's got to be like
or
a
the Crystal Skull.
technomancer or a mystic. He's a mystic.
I'm guessing
100%.
Mystic. A lot
Yes.
of the enemies that we fought have been Mystics. Spellcaster enemies, I should say.
No connection there. Because I'm a mystic.
My guess is he's one of the base
Base knowledge.
sub classes for the mystic.
Oh yeah. Stuff can be an advance.
I'm gonna look it up, Chris, and cheat.
He's got some...
Don't do that.
No, don't.
He also has some...
Not a healer. I don't think. Do you think he's a healer, guys?
Probably.
He also has some very long fingernails. Those things are on point.
Oh, I bet he's a star shaman or a mind breaker. or an
totally does.
Akashic.
It's got some cool armor on though.
What deity did the Eoxians or Elibrians
Worship.
worship?
Make a mysticism check.
I'm not sure.
I bet it's Urgathoa.
Krakatoa.
I bet he's a mind breaker. That's my guess.
I sure hope my mind is not broken.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, I did see the level 18 thing that you get with the Mindbreaker class is pop. It was like pop the head or something.
Oh, Jesus.
You literally just explode someone's head with your mind.
It's like the level 20 ability that soldiers get, where it's basically instantly
It's a kill shot.
kill shot. Like if they fail a fortitude save, I think they just die.
All right, so this is bad.
Yeah.
So I'm looking this up. Gave you a little flavor for Captain Nishal. So here's a little bit of flavor from the description. Obviously, everybody knows that Eox went through this terrible Armageddon and turned to necromancy to kind of stay alive. So in particular, this guy is a necrovite, and let's see, along with their colleagues who sought refuge in other forms of undeath, they took control of the ravaged part of the planet to become the first bone sages, Eox's notoriously aloof heads of state. Becoming a necrovite is a long and arduous process, but the crux of the ritual involves extracting the spellcaster's consciousness and soul and imprisoning them in a technomagical relic called an electrocephalon. The spellcaster dies but becomes undead, and as long as her electrocephalon remains intact, they can continue their existence without fear of the passage of time.
Wow.
Oh my god. They're necromancers. They're future necromancers.
We're just fighting their doctors. Callback.
So is that white thing in his hand?
You don't know. Could be.
Possibly
I mean,
it's-
it can literally be like any object.
I like how we basically found their LinkedIn profiles on their shit's data.
Yeah.
And one more thing you're noticing as you're going through these files, you also notice that next to Captain Nishal's record, there seems to be a footnote mentioning something called Project Tombstone that appears to have been added by Malachar. And is only, you notice this is a local file, Rats. This is not throughout the ship. It's specific to this terminal.
Okay. Let's open that up.
Is it
Yeah,
another
do I need to
check?
check for that?
I'm just looking real quick.
Quick, guys, vamp
This whole
so
time-
Chris can look for information.
Baba booey, baba booey.
All right, I'm good. No, you're just able to access the stuff. Good job, Kevin. You did it. Okay, so you're looking through Malachar's files here in this section. You kind of see like a long string of like entries that she had been working on something for quite some time. Looks like she was working towards some sort of mutiny. There's like tons of notes on how she was looking for some sort of minor threat to the Empire of Bones to be used to embarrass or eliminate members of this command staff that are like, I don't know, inappropriate or, you know, just people she doesn't think should be in command. You see
I mean, damn, I hate my bosses too, but you don't seem to be trying to blackmail.
you see that
Rats
there's
looks over at
you see
Sev.
that along with
Gives him a look.
I'm sorry. You cut out when you started talking.
Yeah, you
Oh,
cut
I
out.
said Rats like looks over at Sev like because he said I hate my bosses too.
Yeah. Like I imagine Sev's like, I imagine the whole time while like Rats is looking through like all the files and stuff. I imagine like Sev's just watching the door, like making sure like he's just not paying attention. And while he's doing that, right, I imagine, oh, like Operation Tombstone. And right, Sev goes, I mean, yeah, my bosses suck too, but I mean, you don't see me trying to blackmail or anything. You just
so yeah, you're still going through her notes and things like that. You see this Project Tombstone. It's looks like she's trying to embarrass specifically Captain Gerd Nishal. Looks like she had aspirations of being promoted, getting her own command aboard the ship, or if not the Empire of Bones, at least command somewhere else. You see that she has a couple of files noting a pair of computer viruses that she had been slowly introducing to the security computers across the entire ship. One of those viruses is named Wraith 2.0, and it prevents the security cameras and the security robots on the ship from seeing or recording any creature that is entered into the virus's memory. She notes that this was a fallback, failsafe. In case her plane went bad, she'd be able to escape from the ship.
There we go.
Okay.
That's what I like to hear, Chris.
There you go. Now we're getting to the good stuff.
And Razel's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So Rats, you figure that you might be able to add your images into the ship's computer as well. The other virus that you see is called Tomb Robber. This program, basically what it does is it creates false security alerts anywhere on the ship, and can include in these alerts false security footage of anything in Wraith 2.0's memory. So you realize you're going to have to kind of use your computer magic here to get control of these things, but basically you would be able to activate them from anywhere on the Empire of Bones using a comm pad, a data pad, and basically this would buy you enough time to hide out, rest if you needed to. You're basically, starting a fire on the other side of the ship that security is going to go to, and based on the situation where everybody is out fighting these massive capital weapons, you're just improving your odds of not being caught.
I wish there was some way for us to make like a fake image of say Malachar or the other guy making a huge stink in the airlock, and then be like, "Oh, Captain, go check it out," and then just jettison him out of the fucking ship, so you don't have to fight him.
And then one final important note with Tomb Robber, you see that it's going to require one of those emergency security keys that you have. Each one is only good for one use, and then it's inert. So as of right now, you have 2. So you could find time to take 2 rests should you need them.
Damn.
Well, along with that, approximately how long do we think it would take before we reach the stellar degenerator in this giant ship? Because I don't feel like we can really take a long rest that many times, right?
Yeah.
So if you are accessing the sensor logs to kind of corroborate with your theories on this, you see that the Empire of Bones is making progress on disabling these weapons in the system, but it is slow going. This could be a few days worth of time before they are able to disable enough to move towards this portal unhindered.
A few days. Okay. Well, that gives us more time to work then.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, this is interesting.
All right, team.
We need to go.
I've got some information to lay on you guys. Our main target is Admiral Severox. They prefer
I do rock.
they pronouns. They are an Alibrian Necrovite, possibly a spellcaster, probably a spellcaster. Our secondary target, Captain Gerd Nashal. Disgusting, horrible skeleton man. But I was able to find a couple of viruses that our good buddy Malachar introduced into the system, and he pats the zombie next to him on the shoulder.
I give her a fist bump.
So what I need for you guys is to smile, and then he holds up his data pad.
Seb's gonna give an awkward smile, okay.
I snap pictures of everybody, and then I try and upload them into that virus, Chris.
Okay.
Which you said I need to try and wrangle control of a virus?
In this particular instance, using Wraith 2.0, you just need to make a computer's check to be able to add those images in.
What was the name of the other virus, Chris?
Tomb Robber.
Tomb Robber.
The Tombstone ones are just trying to make their own pizza restaurant.
Okay, so this is a computer's check. 33, sorry.
33, yeah. You are able to get into the system and put in these images.
Okay.
So every time we pass the camera, we have to smile at it. 'Cause that's the picture we took.
Yeah. It only works if you're smiling.
Oh man.
Razel doesn't know how to smile.
So you're uploading these images. You see like a digital scan on the screen, and then it like shrinks the picture and puts it off into a folder on the side. And there seems to be some like information that pops up as the computer is like cross-referencing things, and you see several images of your journey through this part of the ship as you are moving from the hangar bay. You see some images of the fight that was taking place. You see images of you walking down the hallway. In the log, it's interesting though. You see that Malachar noted that you were here, but chose not to activate any alarms and didn't report your presence to any superiors in the command
Hell
section.
yeah! High five, Malachar.
Her arm falls off.
I knock her arm off.
So, wow. We're really glad she hated her bosses then, because we don't exist here.
I was wondering why there weren't a whole bunch of other people coming in yet.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, oh, I'll watch the door, because like, there's no way we're not.
Yeah.
I guess they're all either busy working guns or out fighting the capital weapons that that AI activated, whatever her name was.
Okay.
So I mean, we have that map. Like, do we just try to go straight up to where the admiral is?
It's according to the security, it's the safest and quickest route, but I can't imagine that we're going to be able to get in here that easy.
Like on a
Just like what Razel said.
Yeah, mapping out the grav train route, you see that there's tons of grav train stations all along the way. And in particular, there's one very close to you, probably about, I say close, but on the scale of the ship, it's probably about 300 yards away.
Well, first we have to go try to find their tractor beam and disable it.
We got
Thank you.
We got an old guy for that.
Yeah, that's what I say. Razel's our old guy, so he has to go do that while me, Rats, and we have to dress up Raquel as a giant furry thing, and we have to dress up in Bone Trooper outfits. And we have to try to free...
Hey, why can't I be the furry thing?
I mean, yeah, all right, fine. Rats can be the furry. That's okay. I just figured you want to dress in some cool armor, Rats. I didn't,
One other point of note is, like, once you actually get there, like, in order to take control of this massive ship, Rat, you kind of, again, from the sensor suite, you learned how the science officer was able to tap into being able to use these zombies. You also realize that, you're not going to be able to do much from a single location. You need to get to the command and control section of the bridge. There is a command section that seems to handle most of this, and you see from your terminal that engineering and gunnery are controlled from there as well. In order to take control, captain the ship, though, you'll need to have both the command section under your control and the bridge itself.
This is going to be a big mission.
Oh, and before we get too far, I still need you to make a computers check on the Tomb Robber program.
Okay.
To see if you can even take control of it.
Oh, I'm gonna take control.
Do you need any help, Rats?
Yes.
Okay, what can I do?
Can you aid in the computers check?
Yes. Oh, that was a 20 on the die, so yeah.
Huh. Well, okay. So that's a +2. So I got a 38.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like child's play to you at this point. You easily take control of it.
Malachar, if you just would have teamed up with us, we could have taken this whole boat down. You could have been in charge of whatever corpse fleet ship you wanted to be in.
Well, I think she wanted to team up, but not the way we wanted to.
Yeah. I prefer to be alive when I team up with people. Okay, I guess we just gotta make a mad dash for the control center. That seems to be the best play here. We're gonna need to get control of the control deck, and what was the other thing you said, Chris, for weapons?
Command section.
Command section, which is command and
they look.
control deck are on the same level, right?
Yeah, they look like they're in the same section. However, they're different rooms, but you would need to have both of them under your control.
Okay. All right. Army guys, what do you think we should go for first, command or control? They kind of seem like synonyms to me.
Sev kind of just like he like walks over. I assume like Rats, you have like the map back up again. I imagine so. No, yes, it's up. Thank you. I meant on the console. Well, I'll be honest. Fighting in ships really isn't what I was trained for. I was more trained for like jungle and urban, but yeah, I guess that's the most sensible thing. Razel, you worked with ships more than I did. What's your input on this?
Nothing this big.
You didn't even like serve on a capital ship at any point?
I imagine he would have at some point. But this is big, way bigger than anything in the Viscarium. So each of these guys are in one of these decks that we're trying.
We're going to the same deck. It's just 2 rooms.
It's just 2 separate
How
rooms.
much you want to bet?
2 rooms.
One's in each room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's annoying.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, they're right next to each other. It's probably easy enough that they could be. But, on a ship, you have the crew, the captain, the gunners, all those guys, they're usually on the same command section. So
Yeah. Whatever's closest.
Great
We still
tactical
have the element
minds.
of surprise.
I don't know.
I don't know what else to say.
And the good news is we still have the element of like they don't know we're here, so they can't really prepare for us to go, or for us to show up. So maybe we'll catch them, not necessarily like slacking, but not expecting 5 adversaries.
Okay, Chris, what? I know you said this already. Which one is in charge of the weapons system for the ship?
which one of these 2 guys?
Which one of the rooms is in charge of weapons? Because you said one of them was for piloting and one of them was for the weapons and stuff. My thinking is that if we can take control of the room that is in charge of the weapons, we can slow down their destruction of the planetary defenses, giving us more time to take over the ship.
It's true.
That makes sense to me.
I see like a primary gun deck and a secondary gun deck. I don't know if you would need to take both of them.
So here, let me read this to you. So
To
while
have
it,
their munitions.
while it may be possible to remotely hack some of those stations to control a single thruster or sensor array, operating the entire ship requires taking control of the bridge and cyber control. I keep calling it command section. Cyber control in the command section. You already figured out how the zombies work. Security terminal indicates that the command link from cyber control governs both the sensors and engineering crews. A different related system on the bridge governs the gunnery and navigational crews. Controlling both the command link and the bridge systems allows you to act as the captain. So the other systems are already accounted for in those rooms, but in order to act as the captain, you'd have to have control of both.
Yeah. But I just want to know which one I would have to be in control of for just the weapons section.
I think it looks like that is the bridge.
Okay.
Different related system on the bridge governs the gunnery and navigation.
Gotcha. So that would be the command deck.
Yes, and you don't
same deck, but different one.
You don't necessarily think that these things are far apart either. Like, the command section looks like it's very near the bridge.
I just feel like as a player, when we go to the command deck, we're going to get in a big boss battle and we're going to have to rest afterwards. So I want to know which one gives us the most time. So, in my estimation, I say that we head towards the command deck first.
I agree.
I agree.
Rats, are you able to see, like, are there cameras and everything, and some kind of surveillance and the tunnels you want to take, or could we turn those off?
Well, I already took control of this virus, which basically makes us invisible to the cameras. That's what that awkward picture I took of you earlier was.
Oh, wow, that's actually really cool. You did all that?
Yeah, he did all of it.
Malachar may have had some doing prior to us arriving here, but yes, I did the majority of the work.
That's. Yeah, I'm more and more impressed by you every day, Rats.
Thanks, Raquel. So, do you think we should also take the bridge, or what do you think? You probably want to storm the HR department, don't you?
I mean, there are a lot of things that need addressed, if I'm being honest, but...
I mean, we need to show Robbie how to do it.
Well, Kenneth, not Robbie.
Kenneth.
Robbie sits
down, sorry.
Where's the
half of HR.
Where's the sitting deck at? I see
sitting deck
officer
is
and
probably-
VIP quarters. That's probably where Robbie
Yeah.
Yeah, VIP.
I mean,
Or crew quarters would be 14. It could be just chilling out in the room.
I am pretty humbled in your guys' presence. I mean, I don't have the experience necessary, and Rats, you take on these missions like you're a pro. So I say, yeah, let's go. You know what's best.
Rats looks up off, like he gets that 1,000-yard stare that you've seen a bunch of times, and he's like, "Yeah, I do know best, don't I?"
Oh, God.
Razel looks up. What are you looking at?
The future.
Oh, damn.
Our future's gray as fuck. Man, this is going to be a very rough fight or two.
Okay, so Chris, I think we're gonna head to section 13 and take the elevators all the way to the command deck.
Okay.
Well, Until we run into someone.
Until something stops
Yeah.
us, we're gonna do that.
Okay, so you know that given like the layout of this part of the ship, that through the double doors to the south, just outside of the room that you're in, you can move approximately like 300 yards through some corridors, and you will arrive at the Grav train station, where hopefully you'll be able to secure a vehicle to make your way up to said deck.
Oh, they're vehicles. I thought it was just an elevator. Okay.
You remember Temple of Doom?
Yeah.
We're gonna be riding
Yeah.
in.
Okay. Malachar, come with us. Come on. I have to tell her to follow. Otherwise, she just stays there.
Yeah, did I give you control of her on this one?
Yes.
Can't remember. Okay. All right, so you move out into the hallway, confident that your signals are being masked from the security. As you're heading out the doorway, Rats, you do see that on the security console, back in the hangar bay, that another force of security robots, similar to the ones that you first fought, have moved in, and they are investigating the scene. So you know they're not far behind.
You're saying they are in the
launch bay.
The launch bay. Okay.
Yeah, they don't, they can't see you. You're behind a set of doors, but they're investigating the scene.
Okay.
All right. I say, let's get going post haste.
Yeah. Is this next set of double doors unlocked, or am I gonna have to put some elbow grease to it?
Unbreak them.
You might have to put a little elbow grease on that.
Oh. Hopefully these aren't broken like the rest of them. Make a path, boys. I need to fix these doors.
You know what, though? You did get access to this terminal, so I would say that you would be able to unlock it, whereas before you couldn't.
Oh, okay.
We had that conversation last time.
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah. You're able to open the doors. We got a marching order here of Rats, Sev up front, or Rats and Razel up front.
Yeah, there you go.
Just not all soldiers look alike, Chris. I take offense to that.
You
I'm a big
should.
lizard man.
And I'm a big wizard man.
A big... All right.
I'm a big blizzard man because I came from a planet covered in snow
Hey,
Hey, nice.
Des,
for 100
And
years.
then
And
there's
yep,
Raquel.
and me.
Des, come on.
Raquel's technically. Yeah,
You're
come on, Des.
you're big.
Big.
You're big.
Blizzard.
Drizzle lady because she rains on
I
my
cast
grass.
baleful polymorph on her and turn her into a chicken, and then I say, "You're a gizzard man."
Oh no.
I thought turkeys had gizzards, not chickens.
You're
Way to
yeah,
ruin
way
it.
to just shit all over stuff instead of being cool.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. So I'm in the center by Malachar.
And I'm in the back,
All right.
bringing up the rear.
Bringing down
Rats.
the rear.
Do you open that door?
We gotta get out of here before the robots get in here.
All right, so you open this door, and using the map of the ship that you presumably downloaded to your pad, along with the Tomb Robber virus, should you need it, you are able to make your way through a series of corridors. And doesn't seem like there's much in the way of personnel. Again, it's just reinforcing to you the idea that a lot of them are away from the ship, even though you know that this ship has thousands of people on it. And you come up to another set. You actually come up in the hallway. There's 3 sets of double doors, all within about 15 feet of each other, all on the same side of the wall. From your map, you know that this is the Grav train station, and you presume all 3 of these doors open up into that room.
I open the next set of doors.
Okay, you open those doors. Let me tell you what you see. Inside,
40 undead
Oh
troopers.
no.
That's cracks his knuckles.
so you open up this doorway. You see that there is this massive chamber. There's, from where you are, you see that you are not alone in this room. See, there seems to be a patrol of people, but I want to describe the chamber a little bit more to you. There are, across from you, on the floor in front of the 3 doors, there seem to be 3 big X's demarcating like storage or no storage areas. Directly across from you, about 30 feet, you see that there seems to be some sort of command center. Let me go ahead and bring you up on the map here.
Why does Sev have a bleeding eye?
You see that there is a couple of tracks behind
I
that.
do.
They're glowing. There's a 4-car tram sitting on the tracks. There is a cargo crane that can be seen in the far corner near a couple of tunnels. There's a pile of crates not far from that. There's these low walls demarcating this command center in the center. Seems to be a computerized workstation. And there's a large column descending just above that, all the way down to about 10 feet above the command center. Seems to be displaying when trains arrive and depart. There's 3 rows of benches to the right of that command center. There's 2 large cargo doors occupying the port and starboard side of this room. There seems to be a trap door sitting to the left on the floor. It's about 25 feet square. And you see that there's an observation post to the left up against the wall closest to where you are. And in the room, there seems to be 4 marine-like looking guys in the control station. There's some other skeletal guy sitting at the bench, and up on this watchtower, you think you see some movement as well. And they all turn, they see you, and they begin shouting in Eoxian.
I know any
Which
Aoxian.
we all know.
Yeah.
Attack! And we'll see you next week.
Oh no.
Really?
I feel like
We
we
didn't
did
even get to
nothing this
fight.
week.
No, I don't think we really didn't. No. Hey guys, make sure to check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date when we release new episodes.
And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.
Hello, Kevin here for the Patreon outro. Here to shout out our amazing patrons: iPost, Mary Geiselink, Ultrawave 7, Adam Wendell, Josh Campbell, Cody Rutherford, and Renus Tora. Thank you guys. You're amazing. And if you'd like to join the Patreon, head on over to patreon.com/adventureawaitspodcast. You can join us for an extra show at the $5 tier. At the $10 tier, a monthly Patreon live stream, which we just did January's live stream this past week, and it was super fun. If you can't quite do the $10, if you do the $5, you get access to the VOD 1 week later. And then if you still can't do that and still want to see what we're talking about as far as the episodes, we do put those live streams up on our YouTube channel the last week of each of the next month. So January's live stream, you'll find it at the end of February on the channel. I think we've done 5 or 6 already, so if you'd like to check those out, they're all on the YouTube channel. And thank you for your support. See you next time.